Wow, Arsenal are looking to make a move for Alexander Isak this January. Yes, people, welcome back to another Arsenal transfer news video. As always, if you'd love to be kept up to date with Arsenal transfer news stories, this is the place to be. Make sure you subscribe down below on my road to 6,000 subscribers, and I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section regarding Isak's potential move to Arsenal. Let's not waste any more time, get straight into the tweet brought today by Indie Kyler News on Twitter, and it states this: exclusive. Arsenal made contact with Newcastle United this afternoon regarding Alexander Isak. Arsenal want to sign the player ideally this month. Newcastle United haven't rejected the idea of selling their star striker to overcome the financial issues. Watch this space. And this is a really interesting one, right, guys? Because it's currently midway through January, nothing's happened. No real outgoings, no real ingoings. Arsenal have just been stagnant. And for me, that is the wrong move. We've entered the January transfer window in one of the most important times of a club season. It is the only time during the season where you can make tangible changes in terms of players that can come in and leave your club, and Arsenal have done nothing so far. We need a striker. Everyone knows this. This is not brand new news. If you interview any single Arsenal fan on any planet on planet Earth, in any country on planet Earth, they will say we need a striker. And Alexander Isak will be the perfect type of striker for Arsenal. Now, I'm going to lie to you guys. Do I think Newcastle will sell Isak? No/potentially. I think a sale could happen. It depends how actually bad this sort of FFP issue is. I know there's a problem shrouding Newcastle United right now regarding their FFP issues in terms of sustainability. We've already seen Everton and Nottingham Forest be charged for their sustainability issues, which will come with points deductions. Newcastle obviously came with a brand new ownership over the past couple years. Big influx of cash, lots of brand new signings, and it seems to be getting the better of them now because they can't seem to be able to keep that sustainable in terms of their books. So they might have to get rid of a key player, the likes of a Bruno Guimaraes, Alexander Isak, for example. And we know that Isak is a top caliber player. Now, if Newcastle don't want to sell him, they won't. But if they need to, then they'll have to sell him. The question is, where will they want to sell him to? Because I guarantee for a fact, Newcastle won't want to sell to a local rival. Well, I say local rival, I mean like a Premier League rival in Arsenal who's local in terms of their position in the table. Newcastle want to be fighting for championships sooner rather than later, especially with their brand new ownership. If they sell to Arsenal, they're making a title contender even stronger. And everyone knows that Arsenal are missing that one striker from really elevating their status as going to be title contenders, cemented title contenders in this Premier League. So I do think, to be honest with you guys, that although Arsenal need a striker, I'm not sure if Isak is going to be a viable product this January, especially given that our financial issues we've come into. Arsenal ourselves, we're not free of these FFP issues, man. Apparently, Arsenal already are having to walk a tightrope this January transfer window because of the FFP issues gained from the spending money on Havertz. Even the Raya deal only becomes permanent this January because we didn't have the FFP basically limits within us to make the deal permanent in the summer. So Arsenal already have got a backlog of a lot of issues made from poor appointments in the past. The likes of, in my opinion, Havertz for 65 million, Raya for 25 million, meaning we haven't got a lot of money to spend this January. So if Arsenal are to pull off a move for a striker, best believe a lot of sales need to come first. The problem is with Arsenal, it was a problem in the summer as well. I've talked about it so many times in this channel. We don't sell enough and we don't sell quickly enough. I mean, there's certain players around the football club that need to move on. In my opinion, Cedric, number one. I'm hearing reports that Besiktas are in for him. Sell him, man. Even if it is 1-2 million. Get him off the books. Emil Smith-Rowe's another one. Look, I'm a big fan of Emil Smith-Rowe, but he's not getting game time. And therefore, you should sell him. Use the money elsewhere. He's a good player, Smith-Rowe. You can get 30 to 35 million for him. I'm absolutely sure of it. Another player, Eddie Nketiah, attracting interest from Brentford, attracting interest from Crystal Palace. Why not test the waters with those clubs? Why not try and sell there? Yes, it's a Premier League team, but look, I'd rather get some money for Eddie than let him sit on the bench in my eyes. Why not go to Brentford and give Eddie Nketiah and an extra 20-30 million for Ivan Toney? Why not go to Palace and offer Eddie Nketiah for Michael Olise or straight up cash? Why not sell Eddie Nketiah and reinvest the money into Alexander Isak, etc.? So the players are there for Arsenal. I'm not happy that 16 days into the window, I barely had any transfer news to deliver to you guys because Edu Gaspar, Vinay and Arteta haven't done anything. It's not good enough. It's not good enough in my eyes to just say, oh, sorry guys, FFP issues, we can't really do anything. Bro, that's your own fault. You wasted money in the summer where it got to the halfway point in the season. We're not exactly front runners running away for the Premier League title. If anything, we're kind of in disarray right now. We've got the same form as Sheffield United in the Premier League over the last 5 games. If that doesn't tell you that we're in some sort of a mini crisis, I don't know what will. So in my eyes, signings need to be made and need to be made quickly. Look, January's the time to reinvest into your squad, man. If you're not moving forwards, you're moving backwards. That's how it is. There's no such thing as being stagnant in January. If you make no appointments, you're getting worse relative to others. We need that real big appointment. Now, for me, there's multiple positions to address. I've said this before. We need a backup centre-back because if Saliba goes down injured, we could be finished. I can't lie to you guys. We need a left-back, especially with Timber being injured until maybe February, March. Definitely need a backup left-back there. We need another midfielder as well because Partey can't stay fit for his life. And the most pending position we need to sign is that striker, bro. I've said it so many times. I feel like a broken record. The amount of times I said we need to address that striking position. Now, if there is any truth to this story about Alexander Isak, it will get me excited. It very much will be. But we need to make moves on it, man. Because he's the type of striker we need, guys. Because trust me, man, if you have that penalty box presence that can get you goals inside the box, outside the box, with his head, with his right foot, left foot, can link up the play, that's exactly the type of player Arsenal need. Now, like I said, whether Isak coming to Arsenal is going to happen this window, I don't think so. Like, I'll be real, despite what this story says from Indy Kyler, I just don't see it happening or materialising this window. If I'm honest with you guys, I don't want to be the pessimist among the rooms. I'm genuinely not a pessimist, but I don't think Arsenal will sign a striker this January. To be honest, I don't know if we'll sign anyone. If we do sign someone, it'll probably be a stopgap signing, like a loan player, until the summer in my eyes. But if that's what needs to be done, that's what needs to be done. Even some players you can get on a loan deal and then make it permanent in the summer, just like we did with David Raya, making it permanent this January. So there's options there for Arsenal. All I'm having is, I'm not tolerating excuses from the club. I'm not having it get to the 31st of January, no one gets signed, or 30th of January, sorry, no one gets signed, and suddenly Arteta comes out and says, oh, but FFP issues. I'm not having it. We shouldn't tolerate that as a fan base because once again, the club's not doing enough to put us in a good enough position to win a title or win a Champions League. There's a very high chance right now we go this season without winning a title because we're not the best team in the Premier League. If anything, we're the third best team behind Liverpool, Man City. And even then, arguably, you can put Aston Villa and Tottenham ahead of us right now based on form and actual performances on the pitch. Champions League wise, forget about it right now, man. Like, Man City's bad enough. You've got Real Madrid entering the equation. Bayern Munich entering the equation. Are you confident against Porto? You'd like to think so, but last year, we played Sporting Lisbon and got absolutely taken apart by them. We lost on penalties. So, nothing is taken for granted with Arsenal Football Club. There's a high chance, even giving out the FA Cup right now, that we could go this season trophyless again. So, additions need to be made. Watch this space. I'll be dropping Arsenal transfer news videos as soon as I hear any stories regarding the football club. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. And do subscribe down below as well on my road to 6,000 subscribers. Arsenal, the story today is in for Isak. But just like everything else, it seems like paper talk, man. I mean, look, from the start of the window, we've been linked with this player, linked with that player. Ivan Toney here. Elise there, my man Mayoral from Getafe or wherever it was in Spain over here, and now suddenly it's Alexander Isak. Who's going to be next? Kylian Mbappe tomorrow. That's just the way it seems to be as an Arsenal fan right now. But either way, I'll be keeping you guys posted as soon as I hear any other transfer news regarding Arsenal. And as always, I do appreciate your company throughout. Otherwise, I appreciate everyone for tuning in, and I hope to catch you guys all in my next one. Take care.